Don't let yourself judge your reality by what you see. So, a lot of times people base their understanding or definition of reality based on what they're seeing around them. So, the when this thought came to mind when I was looking at views on YouTube, and just I made this realization like a year ago, but now I feel a lot clearer in terms of how to vocalize it. But the idea is that you can't judge your progress based on what you're seeing. You know, a lot of the times, especially when it comes to things like outside of yourself, like a YouTube channel, a business, impact that you're doing in this world, you can't really judge it by what you see because you don't know how you are shaping things and how things are shaping out in the background. Really, what is already seen is what's already happened. You know, it's the result of what you have done. And so you cannot, it's the result of what you have done, but it is not the result of what you are doing, if that makes sense. You know, we are a process and we are forever changing, you know, and so it's like forever ending. We're forever, it's like if we look at the now, that's the end. And so if we are constantly living in the now, then we are forever ending. And so there is no point to judge things by the end. You want to judge things by the beginning, you know, the intention, the feeling, the way that you're moving in the sense of like as a process. So, you know, in terms of when it comes to YouTube channel, like a YouTube channel and growing an audience or having an impact in the world, the way I see it is, you know, there's things going on in the background and I don't know who is actually watching me. You know, like I don't know who for example, if I was wanting to, you know, create 100,000, you know, subscriber channel, I don't know what that means for me specifically. I know what it could mean for somebody outside, for the YouTubers who have already created it, or maybe they don't even know what it means. Cause like I'm looking at some YouTubers now, and there's a lot of talk now that there's like regret in the sense of having pushed so hard to grow their channel that they end up changing and not really believing in the things that they put out anymore. One example is Clark Kegley, how he ended up creating a manifestation video and then he ended up regretting it, and he, you know, pulled millions of views, and now he kind of is not about manifestation, which I think is, you know, that's another conversation. But as an example, you know, you're seeing that, you know, you think you want to get there, you think you want what that person has, when in reality what that person has is theirs. You know, that it will never be yours, because what is yours can only be yours and it's only suited and fitted to you. You know, it's like the most custom thing. You know, people pay high price for custom suits. So like if you want a business that's custom, you don't want to be looking outside. You got to just base it off your current measurements. You got to base it off who you truly are, your true fit. And when we are looking outside as a judgment of our progress, then we are not fitting things to how we truly want them, because in truth we are a process. And so to judge our value by something that is finite as what has just occurred means that we will stay in that energy of what has occurred, and so there is no progress afterwards. And this is a great way to think about it, because a lot of people feel behind. A lot of people feel like they don't have enough, they haven't done enough, or they're not enough, or they're not moving enough, they're not making enough impact, when the only thing that people should be concerned about, I believe, is whether they are connected to themselves. You know, are they in the process? You know, are they putting themselves forth in the way that they are involved in the active process of their actualization of the manifestation of their soul, of their true self. And if they are doing that, then they will no doubt have an impact. They will no doubt make a change. For me, I see it as an example, like even in my work. You know, I feel like as I get closer to who I am, it's like the universe rotates around me. It's like the universe is changing. The people around me are changing because they're reacting to me differently. And so if I would think about progress in terms of what I can see, which sometimes is helpful, but it's only an indicator of where you were before that led to what happened in that past. You know, it's like a past created another past that's just a little farther ahead. It can be informing, but it is not completely informed because that past is not you anymore. And so if you're constantly evolving on the daily, then that means that who you are a month ago should be a completely new, different person than who you are today. You know, and maybe even sooner, maybe who you were yesterday. You have being able to respond to the moment and being able to act and be moved as a process means that you might just do a complete 180, and then eventually it kind of falls into place and it makes sense why you made that 180. So espérame, bebé, I voy. So my son's calling me. I told him I was gonna finish up this video. So bebé, espérame. So to finish this off, what I'm saying is you can't judge it by what you see. You want to go ahead, and the only way you can judge it is from being in the place of the process. And you won't be able to understand if you truly can connect to your soul. You'll be able to see what is happening in the background. You'll be able to sense what is being born in the background, and so the patience just happens because you know what is working out in the background. You can sense it, and you're able, and it's not as loud as what is in your face, because what is in your face is already, way later. It's already happened. I mean, it's already it's already like way later. What you want to be tuned into is the center, not the result of it. And so when you can meditate and you can see the center of what's happening, first off connecting to yourself, and then seeing how that brings more light into the world. And if you can judge it by that, then you're really tuned into your power. And so for people who are stressing out about how things look on the outside, the point is don't look at the outside. The outside has already happened. It's done. And you want to move forward knowing who you are now. And that is the one security that you'll get. That is the one thing that you'll get. That alignment is what you really want. Because in truth, you don't know what's really going to happen. We know that it's going to be great and it's going to be tailored uniquely to you. It's going to be perfect just for you. But the moment you start trying to say that that's it, point at it and say that's it, is the moment you lose it. Because that's it from the physical eye is already done. The only way to do it is to look at it from the spiritual eye and point at it and be like, that's it. But the moment you can do that, it doesn't become somewhere that you're going to. It becomes some place that you're already in, that you're embodying. So you bring the place forward by being that place. So that's it. A lot more to talk about. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay lucid. Peace.